G'day, I'm Luke, and I catch the late bus. I usually do shows generally on a Friday night in town, which is about like 15 k's away from my house in Richmond. So I am forced to catch the late bus.
Can you just sign me out?
What do I say?
I've signed out. Isaac hasn't, but I'm assuming he's not here.
Is Isaac gone, everyone?
I take it about every four weeks because our show's like monthly on a Friday. On Friday nights it can get quite rowdy, especially the later you get. 10 o'clock isn't too bad because people are just coming into town, but if you go home at like 11, 12, even 3 o'clock, you're going to start dealing with the really drunk people who have been kicked out of the clubs. Yeah. I think I would prefer to drive home, but because I'm only on my learner license, I can't. I don't really want to rely on my mum because she's all the way out in Richmond. Yeah. So I'm pretty aware of how teenagers can be when they get a few drinks in them.
How much beer you have you?
No, bro, don't smoke.
Hello.
How old are you?
13. You boys want to
How safe do I feel? It depends on the crowd, eh? I mean, I usually wait around here, and if there's like a whole bunch of rowdy guys, then I get a bit anxious, like I weigh enough to be a beast on the road.
But how much do you think you weigh?
I just try to talk to them. I mean, if they're really adamant about starting a fight, I'm not a small guy. So. I say for like a female who's a lot smaller, if I was her, I wouldn't take the late bus just because the risks are way too high for someone who is alone, and who looks vulnerable. You never know who's going to be on the bus and what state they'll be in. That was a seemingly uneventful trip. Like every time I usually catch the bus, there's at least 4 other people who are usually off their face. Onwards to my whare.